All right, people, it's Coach Simmons here, and I want to make sure I get this out the way. This is not something that's been brought up. This is not something that has been discussed in the back annals of Texas Southern University. This is just a thought process. Right now, we know, as according to the wonderful place of Twitter/X, that Texas Southern has decided to hold up and wait a minute on hiring Coach Fred McNair. And so this is a what-if situation. What if they're making a different move? What if they're doing something different? Because according to HBCU Premier Sports and more, disagreement at Texas Southern Boards of Regents reported Texas Southern University Board of Regents' decision was made to defer on the hiring of football coach Fred McNair today. I can tell you for 100% guaranteed fact that a lot of the recruits who are maybe going towards Texas Southern that will be recruited by Coach McKinley, well, they're going a little further south of the border, to UTRGV. I've talked to a couple, not just the ones that you may have saw on a couple of my videos in the comment section. I've actually spoken to them. Texas Southern is about to lose the entire city of Houston. We already know they're recruiting against Texas, Houston, UTSA, all 11 FBS schools, 29 FCS Division II, Division III schools, and Alabama, Georgia, LSU, and the SEC. If they don't get a coach in there right now who knows how to go and talk to these three-star athletes, Texas Southern may fall. Which came to this thought process. If they're not going to hire Coach Fred McNair, which I think would be a great BS thing to do, who would they look forward to? Would you just recruit somebody from within, promote an offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, a scout? Would you go the same route and try to get an Ed Reed or try to get one of these celebrity coaches? How about a celebrity coach who actually coached? For 11 years, Mike Miller was over at Campbell University. He just recently stepped down as head coach. But year after year after year, he was getting these three-star recruits to come to Campbell. Had one of the best complete talent pools in the FCS. Now, yes, offensive coordinator was a problem for him. But Pat White aside, what if he went to Texas Southern? I'm not saying he's going there. I'm not even saying he's in the state of Texas. But I'm saying if they don't get McNair, who can they get? You want somebody to get the ground running, somebody who knows how to recruit and can actually recruit at a high level. Talent is something that Houston never lacked. The only thing Houston lacked was the ability to develop the talent and get talent at certain positions. Now, that was the first thing I wanted to talk to you about today. But I want to make sure that y'all got that out the way clear as day. Now, the very next thing I want to talk to you about, this is going to be a long video. So I do appreciate you watching, but it gets longer. The very next thing I want to talk to you about is Jackson State. I know people are always saying, why in the hell does everybody always bring up Jackson State? Talk about my HBCU. Why do you always bring up Jackson State? I'll tell you why. Because none of you fools besides Jackson State respond. Let's be honest about it. I spent the whole summer going through 27 different HBCUs, giving commentary on them, talking about the schools, bringing up the history of the schools. Nobody responds to anything besides Jackson State fans and alumni. Not even my own HBCU, Houston-Tillotson University. So yes, why always Jackson State? Even when I have to make a point about HBCUs, and when I think about, hey, this is an idea on how you can make money, Jackson State responds. If I put a video that says, hey, this is a way that the PWIs are making paper, maybe we should try to do the same thing and put Alabama State on it, Hell, put NC Central on it, put A&T on it. Nobody will watch it. Now, Jackson State, they may take it the wrong way and say, whoa, why you always hating on us? I'm not hating on y'all. I love Jackson State. I love Jackson, Mississippi. I've been there. I love the catfish. Hell, I love Stamp's Burgers. I even love playing Dodge the Pothole. But the thing is, no one else in HBCU lore responds. Even channels who openly hate Jackson State University. You look at their videos, they don't get any views unless they mention Jackson State. Even people who quote unquote do FCS, they don't get any views unless they mention Jackson State. So when you ask me why was Jackson State brought up in a video about online schools linking up with Uber, it's because Jackson State responds. Jackson State will be a great way to get HBCUs talking. Because Jackson State is the best way to put this. Jackson State is the Dallas Cowboys. I'll put it like that. They're the Dallas Cowboys. Whether you hate them or you love them, your ass is gonna watch, and you will have an opinion. So that's the whole point. I love HBCUs. I love the SWAC. I like the MEAC, the SIAC, CIAA, hell, Red River. But nobody's gonna respond unless you mention Jackson State. And the next one, the last one I want to talk to you about today. The thing is, people, if we all look at this correctly, if we do not step up and make ourselves find ways to fund our own institutions, because we know the government's not going to help. If we don't find ways to support our sports team, I know some people might say, hey, I'm tired of money going to sports teams. Well, that leaves me with a question. If you're tired of money going to the sports teams, and you know the government's not going to assist, maybe we should follow Paul Quinn. We have all these wonderful stadiums around the SWAC, all these glorious stadiums around the MEAC. And let's be honest, most of them are in slave country. So we know the ground fertile. We can definitely turn them to some farms, just like Paul Quinn. See, when you give up on finding new ideas, the first idiot with a plan wins. When you give up on looking out for new ways to get more finances, when you've given up on your own people for generating more revenue, you get what you get. Now, I'm not gonna lie, apparently, like I said, Jackson State's the only one to respond, so I'm gonna keep using Jackson State. Imagine having a nice farm at the vet. This is what I'm trying to get to people. I love HBCU. Love HBCU sports. But if we don't find a way to support our own institutions, whether that is just us paying an additional $1,000 a year, and before you ask that dumb question, yes, I give $2,000 a year to Houston Tennessee University, and they don't have a football team. Because they gave me the chance to be who I am today, and they gave me the chance to speak to you today the way I do. So if we cannot find a way to give back to our institutions without making a big fuss about, oh, I already paid $25 a year, come on with the BS. You comparing ourselves to Power Fives? We got to give like a Power Five. I know folks are going to say the same excuse. Well, you know, the kids that go here aren't from the best environments. But if you truly believe that your school, your university, is top-notch as far as education, they may not come in there with money, but they're going to leave there with a degree that's going to mean something. That degree means something, they'll make the paper they need to make. And that's what I'm trying to get through to you people. We have got to get out of our own way. Make ourselves better. Because if we don't do it for ourselves, there ain't nobody else going to do it for us. Like I said, if you don't want to support HBCUs, then make a motion that you should be like Paul Quinn. Make a greenhouse in the basketball stadium. And that wonderful football and baseball fields, go out there and plant some cotton. It's Coach Simmons. I'm out.